recording. And yeah, once again, today we are here to launch a new product called OptimiPrint. It's a completely new solution which we created as a cloud-based print management. And the reason why we did it is that we simply extended the OptimiDoc Cloud platform. As you know, we have for a couple of years running document capture solution called OptimiCapture. It provides really nice functionalities for the capturing of the documents. Last year, we arrived with the hybrid work ready version, which comes with the mobile application, which comes with the digital workplace. And this year is mainly about coming with the new version or new functionality in the printing. It's called OptimiPrint. We are trying to keep still the same approach as we had before. So our main focus was to provide a solution which really needs just an internet connection. You don't need to have anything installed locally to have it running. So let's have a look on the two main targets we created or we placed before we started development. And the first one was a serverless printing. What we see is that there's a lot of customers struggling with the complexity of the print environment. They need to manage the print servers. And of course, it's also related to the cost of the for the customer. So generally, they need to pay for the IT stuff. They need to pay for the hardware infrastructure. And that was one of our targets, to disappear or let disappear all print servers from the customer environment and provide the traditional functionality from a cloud. The second, or maybe let me check the Q&A section. The second point which we focused on was to provide an application through which the users will be able to print anywhere and anytime. It doesn't matter if they are sitting at home, if they are traveling, or if they are sitting in the office. We want to provide them the functionality and the possibility to send the document for the print anywhere they are. They need just an internet connection. And I'm really happy to say that we are now releasing the product which fulfill these two main targets and which delivers the functionality, which is going to be really exciting for a lot of customers, not just for the enterprise, but especially for the SMB customers. So let's have a look on the key features. What we created is that we created a central management. We redesigned the management of the printers, multifunctions, and created one single page through which you can manage the whole environment. All devices, definition of the access rights, definition of the drivers, all of this stuff is available through one single page. And additionally, also we improved the reporting section. So right now you have also a section inside the OptimiPrint or OptimiDoc Cloud platform where you see what's going on inside your print environment. Additionally, still we are keeping the same functionality in the integration with the company environments. So we have a seamless integration for the Microsoft 365 or, for example, Google Workspace. But that's not just these two. We have integration with the Box, Dropbox, and many others. So that's the central management. What we set up here, we need to get on the users' devices or users' workstations. And for this reason, we are coming with the OptimiDoc Cloud client, which simplify the distribution of the printers and the drivers on the user's workstations. It's a multi-platform package, which could be installed on the Mac, which could be installed on the Windows, and it manages the automatic creation of the printers, drivers, printer settings on a user workstations. So once you have a running client on your workstation, it automatically synchronizes your printers based on your access rights and based on your position. That's really important. Also, we focus on the easy onboarding. So what does it mean is that we don't ask the users for some complex authentication method. What they need to do is just enter the email address. They receive to the email or to the mailbox the verification code. And thanks to this, they automatically authenticate through the against the OptimiDoc Cloud data center and starts the print. Also, what we focused was to deliver the possibility to auto-update this client, because this is quite important. The management of whole infrastructure could be quite complicated. So we also integrated the auto-update functionality. So once we release a new version, the customer can automatically update all clients inside the infrastructure. So that's the simple printers and drivers distribution. So right now we have the printer, but how we can realize the full printing through the internet. And that was also one of our topics which we focused quite a lot. And we said, why not to use customer cloud storages? There are a couple of different options. You can store it on the client, you can store it in your own data or in our data center. But we said, okay, nearly every customer right now has some cloud storage. It's a Microsoft, it's a Box, it's a G Drive. And we said, let's create another way of the printing. And once the user wants to release the document or send the document to the pool printing, on the background, the client is going to store the document to the cloud storage. And when you are going to release the document on the multifunction device, the multifunction device takes the document from the cloud storage. So it's not going through the OptimiDoc Cloud data centers. And this is a really huge thing from the security point of view from the customer side. We don't have an access to the cloud storages or to the customer documents. That's really important. We was a little bit worried about the speed of the printing, but we was really surprised how fast it is, and you will see it live today. So what we decided is that we are going to use the cloud storages as a print or document spooler. Next part of the key improvements is the user interface. We had a user interface available for the last couple of years, and we said, okay, maybe it's a little bit old time. Maybe we shall focus on that new user experience. And we hired the agency to create for us a really nice application which simplified the everyday operations for the users, and it's more modern or more user-friendly. That's the result. We created an application which is based on the green, black, and white color. From my point of view, it looks amazing. And on the other hand, also it brings the same functionalities and much more. So still we have the authentication options like a card, PIN, we have the card assignment available, but we have also the possibility to look just the application. So leave the copy functionality, for example, open. And when the user wants to release the document from the pool printing, in that case, he needs to just authenticate on the device. So that's all of these functionalities included. We are getting this new interface on all brands. We don't have it right now, but we are heavily working to have it on all brands as soon as possible. And of course, we are trying to keep the security. So complete communication is fully encrypted by the TLS 1.2. And that's are the key features. The last one is the accounting and the reporting. So still through the OptimiDoc Cloud platform, you can see what's going on inside your print environment and can see who, what, and when prints, copies, or scans the document. Of course, we are providing also the export option so that you can export it and create your own reports as you need or as the customer needs. So that's a general introduction. I don't want to have more slides for you. Let's have a look on the live demonstration. So what I have is that we have the beta version available. Sorry. As usual, I close it, so that's great. So I need to authorize once again. I will use my Microsoft account. Sorry for this. Security first. Yes, and that's the user interface of the OptimiDoc Cloud platform. And let me start with the configuration of the devices. So whenever I have any device, it doesn't matter if it's a network one, if it's a multifunction devices, it's placed right here. On the left side, we have a list of the sites or locations, so I can filter by this option. And of course, I have also overview about the multifunction devices, which generally have the integration, and also a simple network printers. Whenever I want to create or manage the printer, I can see the general information, but as you can see, I have here a checkbox, enable direct printing. What does it mean? Whenever I check this option, the client will automatically create for me the printer on my workstation, and I can print it directly on a device. And as you can see right here, I have selected a Xerox Global Print Driver. So for this device, I'm using the Xerox Global Print Driver, and I can create another printer on my workstation. And I can say, I want to create it with the HP Universal Printing Driver. And I want to allow this printer for all users. But generally, I can say that I want to allow it for this specific department or specific group of the users. So right now, I'm going to save it. On the background, I have running client. It's synchronized periodically. So right now, I'm going to launch it. And on the background, the client gets the information that I have a new device and automatically creates it for me. So in a couple of minutes, I will have a new device. So right here, you don't see this device, but it will come for sure. So that's the first option, how you can directly print to the multifunction device or to the any printer. When we are talking about the pool printing and the virtual spoolers, the complete configuration is done right here. In the print connectors, I can have a multiple virtual spoolers. What does it mean? I can have a user specific. That means that only I can see my documents, but I can have also a shared spooler. So for example, I can share the documents across the sales department. So whenever I'm sending to this spooler, anyone from this department can release the document. When we are talking about the configuration, the complete configuration where the documents are going to be stored is done right here. So I can say which cloud storage I want to use as a document spooler. Here you can see that I have selected OneDrive Business, but we have also a SharePoint, Box, Dropbox, Google Drive, based on the customer expectation. Additionally, the OptimiDoc data center still could be used. It depends on the customer needs. And also I have an option that I can create automatically this virtual spooler on the workstation. And of course, I defined also the driver. So right now I have created, the client creates for me the printers. Here you can see that the synchronization just successfully finished. I have the information that the new device has been created. So once I created a printer, it's right here. I can just release the document. It's going to the client. But what is important is that it's automatically released directly on the device. And I have exact information about my printout right here. So when I check the operations, print connectors, it's right here. I have the information about the printouts. I have the information about the cost. So it doesn't matter if I'm sending the documents through the OptimiDoc cloud or if I'm directly printing on the device. everything is fully accounted. So that's the first way how I can send the documents. I can also send a document to the virtual spooler or to my cloud. And that's the option spooler personal. I have created this one. I said it shall be printed in the color. I'm not going to print so much pages. So let me select just one. And right now I send the document. I don't see any difference. But what is important is that on the background, the document was automatically delivered to my cloud storage. And how I can release it. Let's start with the HP device. So once I sign in, as you can see, this is a new user interface. I can use a card, I can use a PIN, it doesn't matter. And there is the icon, the OptimiDoc. Once I open the application, I can see my document in my personal spooler. It doesn't matter where the document stays, I can just release it. And the device has a created or written technology that it directly communicates to the cloud storage, downloads the document and release it. So the document is definitely not going through our environment. So that's a first way how I can print through the client. The next option is that I can use a digital workplace. And there's an option that I can see my documents and I can submit any document right here. So 1, 2, 3. Right now, I just uploaded the file. It doesn't matter if it's a PDF, Word, Excel, whatever, but the system automatically stores me the document to my cloud storage, and I have it available right here. So I can again release the document which I printed or which I sent through the web interface. And this web interface I can also use on my mobile application. So let me really quickly go to the Spooler Personal. I will capture the image. Sorry for this. And I'm going to upload it through the mobile. It will take some time, but at the end, I have the image available right here, and I can release it. The main point is that I really don't need anything, have it running on the local infrastructure. Everything is going completely through the internet. So that's a simple example. I have here also a Xerox device. So let me show you how you can release the documents still from the cloud storages. Because next to the cloud printing, we have still available printing from the cloud storages, like a OneDrive, SharePoint, or whatever. So 1, 2, 3. In the meantime, are there any questions? How the client be distributed to the users? That's an option for the customer. It could be manually installed by every user, but we can also distribute it because it's a simple MLC package through some tools like Intunes. Support about the label printers. Honestly, we didn't test it. We need to check it. Next question is about the finishers. Right now, we have a predefined set of the drivers. In these drivers, we have turned on the finishing options. In the future releases or the next phase, we are going to also come with the possibility that the customer will manage own set of the drivers and the printer settings. Another question, does direct print means that the client can push the jobs directly to? Yes, That's exactly the point. Whenever we are printing directly, the document is going directly to the device. We are not going through the cloud storage, but at the end, we are still able to account it. When we are talking, another question, Mac client distribution. In current version, we are coming with the package, which could be installed manually or use another tool like Intune. But in the future, we are going to also place the document to the marketplace of the Mac. And another question is the fleet management. Quite a lot of questions, toners, counters. We don't plan it in the next phase, but definitely we know about these functionalities and requirements, and maybe we will include it in the one of the following release. So let's come back to the presentation. Here you can see that I have a Xerox device. Unfortunately, there we have a still old UI, but quite soon, within the March, we are coming with the new one. And I authorize myself just to the application. So whole device is open. I can use it as I want. And whenever I want to release, for example, anything from my Google Drive, I can do it. So really, the OptimiPrint is coming with the printing from the workstations, printing from the cloud storages, by mobile, by the web interface. All of this stuff is possible and available. So as you can see right now, I click on the print or release of the document. It's quite fast. There are no big delays in the printing, so you don't need to be worried about this. So that's generally pretty much all from my presentation. Maybe just to be sure, yeah, that's my face. So you can trust me that I really printed the real live picture. As you can see, both applications are integrated together. So we have one application for the printing and one application for the scanning. That's quite nice for a lot of customers. So it doesn't matter. We have the same also in the new interface. So it doesn't matter which device I'm going to use. Based on the licenses or the functionality I want, I can see just the printing or together the scanning. What is also important is that in this version, we are coming with the improved scanning part. So we are coming with the ABI conversion to the Word X already in the Pro license. So we don't need to have any extension. And also, for example, for the HP, we are coming with a really nice functionality, and that's the Scan with Preview. So right now, I will just select the demo, and I can select the document and Scan with Preview, so I can check the final document before I'm sending it to the cloud storage. And additionally, I can, for example, make the rotation of the document and send it for the scanning. So as you can see, one application, two functionalities. So that's pretty much all from the live demonstration. Let me check another questions. Will the current version support Epson? Not right now. Will the direct print work in the Zero Trust internet-only environment? Not for now. In that case, it's needed to use the pull printing. Canon MFP, not for now. We don't have an access to the, or we don't have a right to develop the cloud solution for the cloud. Maybe it will change quite soon. So that's the questions. Let me go back to the presentation. So that was a live demonstration. Hopefully it was easy to understand. When we are talking about the OptimiDoc cloud platform, what is important to mention again is the serious multi-tenancy cloud solution as a Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, whatever. We are taking care of the data centers, we manage the resources, we manage the maintenance, upgrades, scalability, and all of this stuff. That's quite important for a lot of partners because they don't want to waste the time with the management of the infrastructure, discussion about the IT infrastructure, and so on. The partner is going to manage only their own customers. So that's his responsibility, and provide the basic level of the support. So to understand, to explain how they can configure it, how they can implement it. And also we have the diagnostic interface. So every partner could see what's going on in the customer environment. Whenever there is some issue, he has a diagnostic services through which he can check what's going on, if the problem is on with the authorization of the OneDrive or any cloud storage. And after that, we are talking about the cloud, about the customer. One partner can have multiple customers. Every customer manage his own environment, and additionally, he can manage or he can organize the environment in the sites. Where he can see which multifunction devices are available, network devices, or create the OptimiPrint cloud nodes. So that's a really nice functionality. When we are talking about the advantages, I already mentioned it. It's super easy to implement, super easy to manage. So the implementation of the whole infrastructure could be done really, really fast, within a couple of hours, we can say. We have a fully integrated solution to the cloud services like a Dropbox, OneDrive, Microsoft, and we also providing a remote support tools. So whenever you are the partner, you get the interface through which you can support your own customers. You can help them. You have a diagnostic part through which you can see what's going on and all of this stuff. At the end, multifunction embedded apps, the interface is fully localized in the multiple languages. So you are not limited just to English. We have like 8 or 7 localizations of the product already. And to add another localization is super easy for us. Schedule, when it's going to be available. We wanted to release today, but we are waiting for the certification of the embedded apps. So for that reason, the official release is for Sunday evening. In the Sunday evening, we are going to switch all data centers to the latest version. When we are talking about the embedded apps, HP is ready, Xerox old layout is ready, Kyocera old layout is ready, Ricoh old layout is ready. And within March and April, we are going to bring a new user experience also to these brands. We are working on this to have it as soon as possible. But generally, the functionality is ready, even we are using the old user interface. So that's a scale. When we are talking about the way how to start a cooperation, if you are not started already before, we have a dedicated sales manager. So once you ask for the cooperation, we dedicate for you a responsible person, which is responsible for the onboarding, pre-sales, post-sales activities. They can help you with the events, webinars, which you plan for your customers. And of course, we have the onboarding training. We can provide the on-site onboarding training, but we have created an e-learning platform. Through this e-learning platform, we are providing the sales and product trainings, business model trainings, technical specialist training, and of course, we have also running the certification program. So once you pass the training, you automatically obtain the certificate valid for 1 year as a technical specialist, or for example, the product specialist. So that's the onboarding, and of course, we also focus to simplify you the start. So we created for you a starting package. It's the set of resources which contains the web page content, data sheets, mailing series, which you can use for the campaigns for your customers, screenshots, presentation. All of this stuff is available for you on the partner portal in the section starting package. So you can easily get all the information from one place. What do you need to do to start? Contact us on info@optimiru.com and we will manage the rest of the things for you. I have another questions, so let me start with the questions. Fleet management, not for now. Direct print, we already discussed it. Question about the Sharp. I'm happy to say that we signed the contract with Sharp. We have the SDK, and Sharp is going to be our next brand. Question about the HP application. Yeah, it's going through the HP WorkPath platform because it's Android-based, and to keep the functionality available just through the internet connection, the WorkPath is the crucial for us. KM devices, not in the plan. Sharp, we already answered. So those are the questions. Maybe I would like to share with you some information from the future. So what we plan within the Q2 this year is to bring the mobile application for printing, full printing on any network device, authentication through the mobile, NFC tags, QR codes, or authorized by the list from the list of the devices. We are also working on the cloud node, which is going to be needed whenever we wanna release the document on the local printer. And we are also working on the new brands. We can say that we are working on the Sharp and Epson. And also quite important is the custom driver management. So we will leave the responsibility to the customer, which drivers he's going to use. We will provide a tool through which he will be able to get the drivers and upload it to our data center. So that's pretty much from the presentation. It's like 35 minutes. I have another questions. Fiber port required, it's just the HTTPS. Everything is fully only the HTTPS protocol, so 443. What about the license and pricing model? Please contact us. We are happy to share with you the licensing model separately. How is the roadmap with Lexmark, Epson? Epson we already mentioned. Lexmark, it's not planned in the next phase, but it's for the discussion. Demo, NFR trial version, everything is available for those partners who already cooperate with us. They know that we have the partner portal through which you can ask by yourself for the trial licenses. And of course, NFR licenses, we are happy to share with you the NFR licenses for your own premises or for your testing purposes. Question about the training, I already mentioned it. We have created the e-learning platform through which you get all the information, but also we plan to organize the live webinars or the live sessions for our partners. Question, Cloud Node. Cloud Node right now is used especially for the Xerox devices. In the future, it will be used as a gateway for printing from the mobile on the network devices. Mac support, Mac is supported, so we have a client available also for the Mac. Another question, do we have to use user-based licensing to have network printers? No. We have also a network license available. So you can have a per device or per user licensing for both. And that looks that, okay, another question, do you supply the card readers? Yes, we are supplying the card readers. We have a great cooperation with the Elatec, and we are happy to share with you the, or ship you the readers. Printing on iOS. Right now, the mobile application is under the development. Another question, mixed model, user device based. Sorry, no, you need to select if you want to use the per user or per device business model. So, yeah, any other questions? I'm happy to answer all of them. The mobile options, yeah, actually, as I mentioned, right now we released the embedded application, the mobile application for the full printing is coming within the Q2. AirPrint connectivity, not for now. The AirPrint is not available right now. Great question, Chromebooks. It's going to be supported in the next phase. So we have ready the integration, but we need to finalize it and have it ready. Example of the monthly reports. Okay. Let me share my screen. So generally, when I switch to the reporting section, here is the accounting, and I have the general overview. I can just increase the date to have more information available. Okay, sorry. And generally, the reporting section is split to the 4 basic tabs. It's the overview, users and departments, devices and locations, and the documents. Every section contains a different information. Sorry, I created quite crazy date, so hopefully I will get it quite soon. And yeah, here you can see that we have the information about in the overview about the amount of the operations, average operations per day, some cost per day, conversion between the black and white color print, some top 10 users, top 10 departments, devices. And after that, we have also reporting based on the devices, locations, users, departments, and so on. So this is available. All of this stuff could be exported to the Excel or the CSV file for the next processing. Another question. Does the MFP communicate directly with the cloud? Yes, exactly. You don't need to have anything locally. It's going directly to our data center. Integration with the Microsoft Universal Print, yeah, it's the discussion. We are working on this. We are not sure if we will make it within the phase 2. Question about the limitation of the storage. No, we don't have an option about the size of the storage. What's going on is that if the document is not printing for 3 days, we automatically remove it. Or if you print it after some time, we clean the cloud storage. Do you have per page pricing for billing purposes? Yes, we have the pricing available. We have the large, small formats, papers, everything is available. You can have a different price list per device, and so on. Quotas, traditional question, not for now, not for now. Possibility about the deactivation of the counting per user. Yeah, this is under discussion. In phase 2. We are going to have an option that the customer can switch to the like anonymous accounting, so that we will not keep the information about the print documents and the user data. I think that it's especially important for the Germany. Offline print option for the internet outage. Yeah, definitely you can use a direct printing. That's a possibility. Toshiba support, not for now. We don't have signed a contract with Toshiba. Pay for print, no, that's not going to be a part of our product, honestly. Combo license capture print, yes, we have created a pack. We call it capture and print, capture pro and print. Wide format pricing, not really for now. We have just a small format, so A4 and less, and large format above the A4. Is there a possibility to stop service if the customer is not paying? Definitely. We have a central management of the licenses, and once the customer is not going to pay or you want to stop it, you can stop it. Guest printing is really nice topic, and we are discussing how to do it and make it more like interesting for the customers. So it's definitely going to be a part of the next development. Do you support fast user switching? Not really sure what does it mean. I think it's based on the client. In this version, it's not supported. So generally we expect that once you have the client, you authorize yourself. But you can log out and another user can just sign it for the printing, but it's not a best user experience. Question about the licensing. We have the licensing per device, or we have also the licensing per user. Martin, feel free to contact us and we would be more than happy to share with you all the information. Question about the reporting using the direct printing. Yes, it's going to be available. So once you are printing directly to the multifunction device, once the connection is refreshed, the accounting data are back. Support for Citrix, remote desktop, Azure, not for now. Not for now in this version, no. Chromebook support, we already discussed, it's coming. We have it ready, but we need to finalize it. Some other questions? Honestly, I've never get so much questions in any presentation, so that's great. It's good to see that it's interesting for you. Another question. Yes, Nicholas, Lucas is still your contact. I'll be in New York next week, so maybe we can meet together. Azure Connect for the cloud. Yes, we have the connection to the Azure. Schedule email reporting. Not for now. In the next version, we plan to have a monthly report. Export is available. You can export all the data for next processing. Some other questions? That's awesome. USB monitoring, USB, no, we don't have it in this version. For this, we have the on-prem traditional solution. So looks that we are getting to, oh no, another question. AP access for billing, not for now. Anything on scanning from MFP? This presentation was mainly about the printing. If you are interested to see our scanning part, we would be more than happy, but it's for another hour because our capture functionality is really advanced. We have the on conversion, barcode recognition, extraction of the information from the documents, integration to the different systems. So feel free to contact us, and we would be more than happy to make a different presentation for you just about the about this scanning. SLA, yeah, we have a document describing the SLA. I think that we have a 4 business hour response or response time. Anything default printing parameter like okay. Option about the black and white and duplex. We are going to extend the list of the print drivers, and together with these extensions, we will come with the predefined settings like a force black and white, force duplex. So that's going to be available. In the next phase, the customer will be able to manage everything by himself. So he will be able to say, I want to use the, for example, Lexmark driver, and with the default settings like a black and white and a duplex. Another question, can print job be stored locally? No, we are utilizing just the cloud storage. Deployment of the client, yeah, we are supporting the mass deployment of the client. Okay, looks that we are at the end of the questions. That's amazing, like 70 questions. That never happens again, but that's never happens before, sorry. That's amazing. Definitely thank you so much for your time, for joining this session. Hopefully you like our product as we like it. And yeah, let's be in touch, and we are happy to share with you our experience, provide you the NFR licenses, and start the testing and start the deployment at your client. And another question, can MFP be deployed from the cloud? It depends on the manufacturer, but generally yes. For example, HP could be completely deployed from the web interface or web application. So once again, thank you so much. Really enjoy this presentation. Looks that it's also interesting for you. Get in touch, and yeah, if you have any questions still, we are happy to answer all of them through the email, or you can contact us through the web pages. It's completely up to you. Thank you, and have a nice rest of the day.